So everybody has been absolutely loving the Knights of Gwenevere pilot, and people were quick to notice that it is clearly taking shots at Disney, which makes sense if you're familiar with the creator's past relationship with them. So, naturally, Disney fired back in the most pathetic way possible.
My name's George Fairweather.
George Feather is not a representation of an actual person. You can try all you want, but you'll never be able to prove it.
I'm a Disney producer who's brought you such great and memorable movies as The Good Dinosaur, Strange World, and that's about it. Now, we heard that you guys are fans of our previous book, The Owlin' Housins or whatever. Oh, that's good. Another one, wench. And we want to bring you a brand new TV series that'll make you laugh even more, because the creator on the last one was a stupid jerk who's mean to everybody, and I'm gonna so we will be bringing you a brand new show, Hexed. It's just like the Owl House, but even better, because the main character is a straight white boy. Yay! There's not enough of them in television nowadays. We are very confident that we can repair Disney's integrity with this one. More chips, wench!
And Dana, if I ever see your face again, I swear to God.
But as much as we're all just enjoying watching Disney crash and burn, I think there's actually an important conversation to be having here. Parodying and making fun of Disney is definitely nothing new. It's been happening for ages. However, this time, it's a little different, because Glitch, I think, is the first company that could actually take the place of Disney. Not just destroy their reputation, but actually replace them in the hearts and minds of their audience. People absolutely love every single thing that Glitch has ever put out. Every single one of their shows has been met with positive reception. And part of that is because they actually take their time in between episodes. They take their time to perfect the show and make it as good as it can be. They put quality over. The amount of just actual garbage content that Disney releases onto Disney Plus daily is absurd. And as much as I would just like to blandly make fun of them, we have to remember that they used to actually make genuinely good shows. Not to mention all the subsections like Pixar. Disney Plus used to be good, just like the rest of the company. See, Disney actually has a lot of talent and creativity within their company. The problem is, they don't use it. Because of people like George Fairweather. When you look at the original plans they had for a movie like Elio, you realize that they were fantastic. Elio was originally supposed to be all about this kid feeling like he doesn't fit in and that he's responsible for all the bad things humanity's done. And if you've ever seen my human experiment video, you know I find this plotline not only absolutely hilarious for jokes, but extremely important and a good message that people should be hearing nowadays. Elio could have told kids how to make up for their parents' mistakes without feeling responsible for them. But instead they gave us cliche characters, terrible writing, horrible humor, and a plotline that is genuinely way less interesting than watching fruit rot. So how on earth did this genuinely good movie get turned into corporate slop? I'll tell you how.
Is too gay.
I'm not even exaggerating, that's literally why. The movie was ruined by pushy corporate executives that understand the creative process to the same degree I understand social situations. If that sounds familiar. Introducing The Owl House. You know it, you love it. Dana Terrace is the creator of The Owl House, and is now the creator of the Knights of Gwenevere, the show that is actively kicking Disney in the... You don't need me to tell you how good The Owl House is, but I will anyway, because I can do what I want. It has great character writing, and it was honestly one of the best shows Disney's made in recent years. Even on a scene-to-scene basis, you can see just how well they balance comedy with genuinely tense and kind of scary at times moments, as well as some great, well-written character dynamics. I'm not kidding when I say that the Amity redemption arc should be studied in colleges across the country. And it's not all just good character writing and funny moments. No, this show also has some of the best choreographed action scenes I've ever seen in a Disney show ever. I mean, are you seeing this? Look at this setup. Look at this use of magic. That is genius. Why don't all shows do this? But nothing good ever lasts, and the show was canceled. I'll give you 3 guesses as to why. Once again, Disney executives completely misunderstood the show and took some of the coolest and most hilarious and most tightly and well-written characters I've ever seen and went...
If the one with brown hair isn't a boy, you're fired.
And just like that, the most beloved show Disney had in years was canceled. And I mean canceled in the real way, not the, yo man, the wokes canceled me.
I only did racism once and all of a sudden it's an issue.
What's the matter? Are you triggered? Because I know I am. Sure, George Fairweather was an exaggerated caricature, but he genuinely wasn't that far off from how they actually think. The only thing going on in there is the drive for money. Because of the way the corporate ladder is built, typically, most Disney executives aren't at all interested in making genuinely good shows or genuinely good art. They became executives by being good at making money, and sometimes not even that. They don't give two hoots whether or not your show is genuinely cool or creative. They'll cancel it if it doesn't seem to be making them good amounts of money and making them popular with people. But Glitch doesn't do that. Glitch picks shows based on how they think they'll be received. And because of that, they have this team of wonderful creatives that makes genuinely amazing content. They're beloved because they let the creatives be creative. If you want to be popular again, it's as simple as that, Disney. The amount of genuine support and admiration these shows get completely overshadows anything Disney has made recently. Literally, the only issue is sometimes people love their content too much. But Disney is definitely not running that risk. Even the Disney adults who love everything about the franchise are only into the old stuff. So I was originally going to end the video there, however, something big just happened. And it doesn't stop there, because the mouse just lost $10 million because of YouTube. Basically, on their YouTube Kids section, they didn't actually mark all of their videos as made for kids, which is kind of an issue because this stops people from getting user data. So they were basically stealing data from children. Long story short, basically, Disney is a washed-up shell of its former self that is grasping at straws. Meanwhile, Glitch is paving the way for indie animation. But listen, who knows? The giant battle between corporate and creative is ongoing, but I've already chosen my side. So in the wise words of a Brandon Rogers character,
you're a businessman, and you have no right toying with the dreams of creatives just because you never were one.
The internet said their piece. Disney, your move. End card time. There we go, getting out from under the recording blanket. So, yeah, this whole video is kind of just like a talk to me thing, so I'll probably cut this end card a little short. But I should probably acknowledge it. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, thank you guys so much. I promise I'm going to have like a proper thank you when I do my 1,000 subscriber special. So if you, whatever you want to see from that, just let me know in the comments below. I'm planning on doing a few things, but one thing that's out right now is we have a brand new Discord. Woo! The United Powers of Tatertopia. An odd name for sure, but it was chosen by you guys, and I've learned to trust your judgment on most things. So if you'd like to join the Discord, the link should be on the screen. I don't think you can like literally click the link on the screen, but just like take a screenshot, copy the link in the screenshot, and I think that should work. I've tried it out a few times. But the most important thing to remember is